Welcome to this new episode of The Disabled Life. The purpose of this podcast is to tell people how I live my life. The name I'm using on the podcast now is The Disabled Guy, because I felt that you needed to hear something as opposed to just my voice there. I'm a disabled male living in Florida with cerebral palsy. I'm here to tell you how I live my life and some of the volunteer work that I do and how I manage to do it with cerebral palsy. Without further ado, let's go into the episode. Well, what I'm here to talk to you about today is an experience I had with giving some blood for some blood tests. What happened to me was very strange. In Florida, they're still following the CDC guidelines that say that limited people can be in those places. They're still requiring appointments. I don't understand why that is, because the appointment I don't think is necessary because we don't have that much COVID anymore. So I don't know why they continue this practice. This practice is very inconvenient. The reason I say that this practice is inconvenient like crazy is because you have to make an appointment very soon towards the beginning of the month, or you're not going to get the date that you want. Another situation that I had this time, and I can understand in the past when COVID was worse, but now most people are vaccinated or have herd immunity, in my opinion. I feel that that's an antiquated thing that they want to continue to make it convenient for themselves and inconvenient for us people or patients. One thing that I don't like is that they can still tell us no when they don't have appointments, because they will take priority, which I understand. They will give priority to the people with appointments. But why are they requiring them? When you make the appointment, still it says that some people may take temperature, so I know that they're still following the same protocols. I don't agree with that. They should stop doing that, in my opinion. Another thing that happened to me is I had an inexperienced person. There was a blood test that my insurance wasn't covering, but it's very simple. I sign a paper so they do it. If my insurance doesn't cover such, then I would call and I have the Quest lab request further justification paperwork from my doctor, and they pay those. So I don't know why this person didn't understand how to do that. She called in a supervisor. She was telling me to call my doctor, all these things that were unnecessary. If they send me a bill, all I'm going to do is call Quest, have them fax requesting why I need it. I know why I need it, but it's got to be a reason to them. So I am very annoyed that we're still dealing with these things. These things are things that we should not have to deal with, because I think this is over. I don't know why this continues. This is something that we shouldn't have to deal with, because this is a nuisance. The biggest nuisance is the fact that sometimes we can't get the appointments when we need to, and I've had to change appointments because of this. And this is not something I want to do. And it's really difficult. The last time I had an appointment, I had to make an appointment. It took me 5 attempts to get to the automated computer, because they don't have the courtesy to have somebody answer the phone on top of all this BS. I can't use the word I really feel, because then I have to put explicit. I don't want to do that. This is a bad experience. This is something that I'm dealing with that I don't like, because I have to keep doing this over and over and over. I think that this should be over with by now. No more appointments should be required, or highly encouraged, as they say, because COVID is not what it once was. I understand. In the past I got it, but now I know that it doesn't do. The COVID is not as prevalent as it once was. I am very annoyed that I have to continue to deal with these things. A number of times I've had to I used to contact doctors, but I don't do it anymore because if they don't respond quickly enough, the 45 days doesn't stop. When I contact Quest, they suspend the bill for 45 days and wait till they get the documentation, which doctors have been good at giving. With that, thank you for listening.